Ah, Harry Potter. You know the name. Even if you haven't read the books, how could you not? You've at least heard of the boy with the lightning bolt scarf who defied odds and became one of the most famous figures in literary history. But let's be honest, there's something utterly magical about the world J.K. Rowling created. One that's more than just a series of books. It's a universe that has seeped into our culture, shaped generations, and introduced us to a magical world of spells, creatures, and wizards who fight the forces of darkness. But at its heart, Harry Potter is a story about friendship, growth, and most of all, discovering who we truly are. So, let's embark on a journey together through the 7 books in the Harry Potter series, from the humble beginnings of a lonely, misunderstood boy to the epic battles that would define the fate of the wizarding world. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild, magical ride. The Boy Who Lived, a tale of surprises and unlikely heroes. Imagine being an ordinary kid, living with your aunt, uncle, and cousin, who all despise you, and being told you're special. Oh, right, you probably think, I'm special. Like how every child thinks they're the chosen one when they're forced to do chores. But what if I told you that this wasn't just any special, but a magical, world-changing special that would make you the most famous wizard in the world before you even turned 11? Enter Harry Potter. Harry's first brush with magic happens when he's just a baby. A cruel and evil wizard, Lord Voldemort, kills his parents but mysteriously cannot kill him, leaving Harry with just a scar as proof of his survival. The story picks up as Harry, now 11 years old, lives with the Dursleys, his extremely unkind relatives. They lock him in a cupboard under the stairs and treat him like an afterthought until, of course, he finds out he's a wizard. A simple letter, written in green ink, which for some reason feels important, changes everything. From that moment on, Harry's life is filled with wonder, excitement, and the discovery of a magical world that had existed right under his nose. Hogwarts, a school for young witches and wizards, becomes his new home. It's a place where he'll learn about magic, make friends and enemies, and uncover the mysteries of his own past. Friendship, the heart of the story. One of the things that makes Harry Potter stand out from other fantasy stories is the way it explores the power of friendship. Harry isn't alone in this world of magic. He's got Hermione Granger, the smartest witch of her age, and Ron Weasley, his loyal and occasionally hilariously unlucky best friend. Together, they form an unshakable trio that faces challenges, both magical and personal, with a kind of bond that many of us can relate to. Whether it's their first year, when they must stop a 3-headed dog from guarding the Philosopher's Stone, or in their final year, when they must destroy Voldemort's Horcruxes to defeat him once and for all, Harry, Hermione, and Ron are always there for each other. They learn that magic alone isn't enough. It's love, loyalty, and trust in each other that make them truly powerful. There's something almost comforting in how their friendship evolves. It's not perfect, but it's genuine. Sure, they have their squabbles, but when push comes to shove, they always have each other's backs. It's the kind of friendship that, if you're lucky enough, you'll find in your own life, and the kind that will make you believe that there's magic in the simplest, most ordinary things. The dark side of the wizarding world, fear, death, and power. Of course, no good story about magic would be complete without a dark force lurking in the background. Enter Lord Voldemort, the ultimate antagonist, who isn't just your average evil wizard. He's an embodiment of fear, power, and corruption, and his very name sends chills down the spine of anyone who hears it. Voldemort represents the dangers of unchecked ambition, the thirst for power, and the lengths one is willing to go to in order to maintain that power. What makes Voldemort such an interesting villain isn't just his ability to kill without remorse. It's the way he embodies the very fear that Harry must conquer. Harry's connection to Voldemort goes deeper than mere rivalry. From the moment of his birth, Harry's life has been tied to Voldemort's rise to power. But Harry also possesses something Voldemort can never have: love. The love of his parents, the love of his friends, and the love he has for others are what give him the strength to keep going, even in the darkest of times. The series isn't just about wands and spells. It's about the fight between good and evil, the personal sacrifices that heroes make, and the cost of victory. Voldemort's obsession with immortality contrasts sharply with Harry's acceptance of death. Harry learns, time and time again, that to truly live, one must be willing to embrace death, a lesson that ultimately leads him to the decision to sacrifice himself for the greater good. Growing up, from child to hero, what sets the Harry Potter series apart from many other books in the fantasy genre is its ability to grow with its readers. The first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone in the US, is full of whimsy and wonder, capturing the joy and excitement of discovering magic for the first time. But as the series progresses, so does Harry. Each book delves deeper into themes of loss, identity, and destiny, and the stakes become higher. Harry goes from being a young boy with a lightning scar to a young man who must face his fears, grapple with loss, and ultimately take on the responsibility of saving the wizarding world. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry becomes more independent and begins to understand the weight of his role in the fight against Voldemort. By Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the tone of the series is much darker, with death and betrayal playing central roles. And by Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Harry is no longer just a boy with a scar. He's a leader, a symbol of hope, and a hero who will make the ultimate sacrifice to save the world he loves. What's so compelling about Harry's journey is that it's not just about him becoming a hero. It's about him learning that he doesn't have to do it alone. He learns the value of trusting others, of relying on his friends, and of embracing his vulnerabilities. It's a growth arc that resonates deeply with anyone who's ever had to face their own fears and doubts on their way to becoming who they're meant to be. Final thoughts. Why Harry Potter will never fade. So, what is it about Harry Potter that makes it so enduring? Why, even after all these years, does the magic of the series continue to captivate readers of all ages? It's simple, really. Harry Potter is more than just a series of books. It's a story about the universal themes of love, loss, friendship, courage, and destiny. It's about growing up, making tough choices, and facing the darkness that exists in all of us. It's about realizing that, while the world may be filled with uncertainty and fear, there's always hope, always love, and always the possibility for a better future. The Harry Potter series is timeless because it speaks to something deep within us all. We've all felt the sting of rejection, the fear of the unknown, and the yearning for something greater. And we've all experienced the power of friendship, the beauty of self-discovery, and the strength that comes from loving and being loved in return. J.K. Rowling created a world that, for millions, has become a second home. Hogwarts, Diagon Alley, Hagrid's Hut. These aren't just fictional places. They've become symbols of the places we go when we need to escape, the people we turn to when we need support, and the lessons we hold close to our hearts. Harry Potter is more than just a magical adventure. It's a reflection of the real world. Its struggles, its triumphs, and the magic that exists when we believe in ourselves and those around us. So, as you close the final pages of the last book, or rewatch the movies for the 100th time, remember this. Harry's story doesn't end when the book does. It lives on in the hearts of readers and fans, in the lessons we take from it, and in the magical world that will continue to inspire future generations. And that, my friends, is the true magic of Harry Potter. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends, and let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.